In episode 19, we look at Denver Nuggets wing Will Barton. To me, as great as Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Gary Harris, etc. are, Barton is the Nuggets X factor. The reason being is due to his size, skill, and versatility on both ends. It's hard for opposing teams to game plan for him. He usually has a mismatch, and when he's on his game, the Nuggets hardly lose. Barton is having a strong season, averaging 15.1 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists on 44% from the field, 38% from deep, and 76% from the line. Yet, it's his versatility defensively that makes him stand out as a complete wing. The Nuggets won't go as far as they are hoping to go if he doesn't perform. I'll show you why. Barton being defended by Tobias Harris sets a screen on Ben Simmons to free Jamal Murray. Harris switches on Murray, and Simmons stays with Barton. Barton receives a pass from Nikola Jokic, who also sets a screen on Simmons. Barton comes off Jokic's screens and has Embiid sitting back in the paint. Barton rises up and knocks down the mid-range jumper. Embiid has a reputation for being a lazy defender, and clearly the Nuggets were eager to exploit that. Once again, the Nuggets target Embiid. Jokic finds Barton and screens Harris. Harris sees that Barton is looking to attack Embiid, so Harris does a good job of fighting around Jokic's screen and trying to stay with Barton and to help Embiid not get caught on the island defending Barton. However, Barton sees Harris is right behind him and elevates quickly for a jumper before Harris can recover, exploiting the lack of resistance from Embiid. At this point, the Nuggets are just picking on Embiid with Barton. Jokic does a dribble handoff with Barton and screens Josh Richardson. As Barton turns the corner, Jokic drops to the basket. Barton uses his body to keep Richardson behind him as he drives and knows Embiid can't leave Jokic to contest him, so Barton has a free lane to the basket for the lay-in. Simmons and Harris can dig down and risk an open three-pointer from either Murray or Harris as well. High IQ basketball and great execution. Now Barton is hot. As the Nuggets look to get into their set, Embiid finds himself defending Barton once again. Gary Harris sees the mismatch and passes the ball to Barton. Barton sees Embiid playing way off him, takes a rhythm dribble, and knocks on the three-pointer over Embiid. Now Harris is playing denied defense, focusing solely on Barton. Jokic does the dribble handoff for Barton and screens Harris. Harris does a great job of fighting over the screen once again. Barton is patient and waits for Jokic to screen Harris once again. This time Barton drives quick around the screen, not allowing Harris to cut him off. Barton attacks Embiid, driving baseline, and knocks down the runner. Barton is now 5 of 5 from the field in the game. With Philly unable to stop Barton, they go to offense, being defense tactic. Josh Richardson attacks Barton off the bounce, but Barton blocks his layup attempt. The Nuggets come down and finds the hot Barton. With Embiid now out of the game, Barton drives without the concern of a shot blocker inside. Tobias Harris rotates over to try to cut off Barton, but Barton drops it off for Paul Millsap for an easy lay-in. Dribble handoff from Monte Morris to Will Barton. As Barton receives the ball, Mason Plumlee sets a pick on Raul Neto. Barton shows up for Plumlee to start the road to the basket. Barton then accelerates into his drive, forcing Embiid to make a decision defensively. Embiid chooses to pick up the hot Barton. Barton reads the situation well and allows it to Plumlee for the easy dunk. Just great execution for Barton, using every option out of essentially the same play to put points on the board. This time, Barton shows his defensive prowess. As he watches Simmons get caught in the air looking to pass, Barton stays alert, gets his hands on Simmons' pass, stealing the ball. Barton dribbles up court and gets the ball ahead of Monte Morris for the lay-in. Barton brings the ball up and uses Jeremy Grant's screen to drive into the lane. Embiid this time does a good job of cutting Barton off in the lane. Michael Porter Jr. sees 6'4" Mike Scott not paying attention and goes back door. Barton throws a nice no-look bounce pass to Porter in stride, who soars in for the dunk. Denver's spacing, ball movement, body movement maximizes the talents of dynamic guards like Will Barton greatly, and is key in what makes Denver hard to deal with. Yet, with Barton's ability to get in isolation situations while being an adequate defender in his own right, this is an asset very few teams can match up with, as you just saw with Barton picking apart a talented team like the Sixers with ease. If Barton can keep this level of production consistent throughout the playoffs, the Nuggets will be right there to determine who comes out of the Western Conference.